Alright, fellas, what's going on? Denonu here, the man with the biggest and the most blackest privilege on YouTube. And we're back playing some Elder Scrolls Online, Morrowind. And just before we get started, I love this song, the one that's playing right now. I remember playing the older Morrowind games and running around listening to this song for hours and hours and hours, and I loved it. But in the last video, we talked to Lord 𝐷𝐸𝐸𝐸, and we gotta go do a ritual for him. But in order to do the ritual for him, we need to get what's called a blessing stone. And we gotta go over here to the new ziggurat that's being built, and we have to talk to some guy. As soon as I can figure out and find out where he is. Alright, somebody's cutting a lot of wood. How do I get in there? Alright, can't jump in that way. They must have a door somewhere. Seriously, I can't get in there? Oh. Is he not there? Oh, that's where he is. Oh man, I love that song. There he is. Oh, there she is. I'm sorry.
This project has been nothing but one disaster after another. How am I expected to get this ziggurat built on time when things constantly go wrong? Don't mind me. Our blessing stone? Do you know what happens if we give up our blessing stone? Well, neither do I, but I'm sure it won't put us back on schedule or end our string of disasters. I'm not one to disagree with the Archcanon, but that's a terrible idea. Lord 𝐷𝐸𝐸𝐸? Why didn't you say so? But I'll need your help before I can turn over the blessing stone. The passage that leads to the consecration chamber collapsed, trapping some of my workers. If you can clear the way, you can borrow the stone. I appreciate the help. Just remember that you're only borrowing the stone. It needs to be back in the consecration chamber before the next shift, or we'll never get this ziggurat constructed in time.
Maybe you missed the part where your lord sent me here. Like, I'm gonna get the stone one way or the other. I'm just assuming and hoping that you give it to me, you know, the non-violent way. Alright. Oh, you won't be walking no time soon. Wow, I make that look easy. I inspired that dude. I just gave him super strength, YouTube. That's what happened. Alright, Alright. Inspiration, go. Yes, you can do it.
I thought I was gonna die under there. Oh, thanks for saving me.
It was just like one small piece of wood, though. Yeah, like, unless that crunched your rib cage or something. I mean, it looked like it was on your legs. Alright, I thought I had to go back and talk to the person, but why do they want me to come back here? Oh, yeah. The blessing stone. I forgot all about that. How do I get up there? Oh, maybe I gotta go around here and they got a ramp or something. Yep. Snatch and grab. Alright, let's go back to the Archcanon. See what this ritual is all about. Yep, somebody don't have no soul shards. Up, he didn't make it. Oh no! Ah, come. Ah, don't worry, chick. I'm right here with you. Alright, come on. I gotta look at the right spot. I did this before last night before I got off. Let me test out something, because I know, like, see, like, I can't walk right off. So how did, am I on the mount? Does it just make me walk off? Yep. Okay. Because that's why I, like, you know, I didn't stop moving, because I figured I couldn't do it. I couldn't, you know, it's like I figured I just couldn't just walk right on off. But it's probably, oh, come on, where's the sweet spot? There we go. It's probably because one thing I noticed, I don't know if it's just me, could be in my imagination. Oh, where did you get an undead horse? I've never seen an undead horse. I mean, granted, it looks incredibly disgusting, and I probably won't ever stop using this mechanical dwarven mount. But the reason why I like this one over, let's say, the horses and the other mounts in the game, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but when I have a horse or if I'm riding something else, I could bump into like a pebble on the road. Let's say like I'll be sprinting. I can bump into like a rock or something in my way and it'll take me out of sprint. Whereas with this seems like it'll just crawl right over top of it. I don't know if it's just, if this mount is built a little bit differently, but it just seems that way. It seems like I could just walk right over stuff and it won't take me out of sprint and it won't stop me from moving. And I love this mount because of that. Because I typically run the dolmens in that's the area called the Alkiri Desert, and when you're coming out of the way shrines, walking forward, there's a bunch of rocks and stuff on the ground. So whenever I would be sprinting to the dolmens, it would always take me out of sprint, and I have to click the button again, and it was just annoying. So I'm hoping that this mount doesn't do that, and I don't think it does so far.
The Outlander returns. I understand there was trouble at the construction site, but you were able to save a few of the workers. Lord Vivec always draws the straightest arrow from the quiver. Praise the tribunal. Stand over there. In Canon Level's absence, you will form the third corner of our ritual triangle. When you're ready, place the blessing stone, and we'll begin the ritual.
All right. Okay, so he said I needed to be the third part of the triangle. Okay, so I'm guessing I'll stand here.
And reveal the source of Lord Vivec's distress. A clockwork mage.
I think that's going to be DLC too.
Daedric cultist.
Ew.
Something interfered with the ritual, my lord. But we may have learned something. Excuse me while I compare the results to our previous research.
Damn, it blew his mind. Vivek, what's up, man?
Between the cryptic warnings of the ancestor spirit and the unexpected result of the divination ritual, I fear there may be more astir than I imagined. We solved the greatest mysteries by accident, I suspect. I should write that down. We learn from every action we take. Failure or success, each result teaches us something, at least in the larger sense. To be more specific, no, not as much as I hoped. Images that suggest avenues to investigate, riddles to solve. Let me tell you a secret, Outlander. It concerns a living god, an energy that fades like daylight as dusk spreads across the land. Listen well, and speak not a word. My divine energy, it drains away. Whether from illness or foul malady, I know not. You must travel the land and seek answers on my behalf. But first, gratitude before service, as I have written. So thank you.
Alright, that's what's up. I'll take that. I'll probably never use it, but...
The ritual confirmed my worst fears. Divine energy flows out of me for no reason that I can discern. I felt the power imbued within my blessing stone get wrenched away as soon as you added it to the ritual. I couldn't stop it. To quote my own words as the warrior poet, no lock exists that the determined thief cannot open. Follow the trail of my missing energy, and try to discover the identity of the enemy Levol's ancestor warned us about. Something drains my energy. Find Archcanon Tarbus in his office, and ask if he gleaned anything useful from the ritual. If not, I know his earlier research indicated new avenues to investigate. Go where he tells you, and learn what you can. My divine energy diminishes with every passing moment, but the ritual confirmed my affliction is not natural. I regret that I could not reveal the full nature of these dire circumstances until your trustworthiness had been demonstrated. Yes. While Archcanon Tarbus has always been cautious about ideas and ideologies that didn't originate within the tribunal, and recently, that prudence has grown 1,000-fold. He's a faithful servant, however, despite his narrow-mindedness.
Okay. Alright, so go talk to him, and he's probably gonna send me on a bunch of quests to investigate those different things that we saw. Yeah. I'm not using that. No staffs on this guy. I want some of that glass armor, though. And also, I seen somebody wearing like clockwork armor. I want to get that too. I don't know what I got to do to get it, but I want it. Alright. What is this down here? Call for aid.
Faithless coward. Stop where you are or I'll call the guard.
I know you ain't talking about me. Must be somebody else. Somebody must have got caught taking something.
I performed that ritual countless times, and it never exploded in my face before. If I discover that you sabotaged the divination... No. How do you know about... Lord Vivec told you? Of course he did. It's his prerogative, I suppose. You must swear to keep this secret, though. There would be panic in the streets if the people believed one of the tribunal was incapacitated. It's true. I'm much better at scholarly pursuits than field work. And the ritual wasn't a total failure. It confirmed 3 locations from my earlier studies. Balmora, Aldrin, and 𝐵𝐴𝐿𝐴𝐿's Tower. I need you to investigate each of these sites. Haven't you left yet? The sites at Balmora, Aldrin, and 𝐵𝐴𝐿𝐴𝐿's Tower aren't going to investigate themselves. I researched what I could using the resources available here in Vivec City. To learn more, I need an agent to personally assess each location. Lord Vivec thinks you're the best one for that job. I believe the mage seen in the ritual is 𝐵𝐴𝐿𝐴𝐿, who works out of an ancient Velothi tower. His experiments radiate energy similar to Vivec's affliction, but they're not a perfect match. Find out what he knows about the transfer of divine energy. Savage Ashlanders, like the one seen in the vision, use the area as a tribal meeting ground. These nomadic heretics deny the divinity of the tribunal and have no love for Vivec. But how they could be involved eludes me. See what you can uncover. I believe the mage...
Oh, missed one.
Haven't you left? I researched what House Redoran controls the town and nearby mines. House Halalu also has interests in the region. Rumors of a cult in the area concern me the most. I believe we saw a cultist during the ritual. Make discreet inquiries and see what you can learn. I have no idea. That's why we're sending you. I suggest you start at the inn. Secrets get spilled along with the drinks in such places. The miners may know something as well. I've heard that House Redoran has issued some kind of proclamation.
Okay. Alright, you guys know we're going to Balmora first, right? That was like my hometown in in Morrowind. And I suspect it was everybody's first major town, since that was where the story took you back in the game. So let's go. Let's see. Don't gotta walk there. That's why I teleported all around and got the locations. That way we didn't have to do a lot of that walking in between videos. Alright. Plus, this is where the 𝐿 like to hang out, at least in the older Morrowind games. They had one of their houses here, and you could do quests and stuff for them. So I'm hoping we could, meet somebody with that, because I remember reading something where it was like they're a part of this, expansion some kind of way. So I'm guessing at some point we meet them and do missions and stuff for them. So alright, let's since we're here, we can probably get some side quests and stuff too. So
you look like the traveling sort. In your excursions, have you perchance come upon a young dark elf named 𝐿? She went missing a couple of weeks ago, and her father desperately seeks any information regarding her whereabouts. That's a shame. Her father, 𝐿, the house counselor here in Balmora, promises that anyone who can find his daughter and return her safely to his side will be well rewarded. You should speak to Counselor 𝐿. He's opened the kin house to interview potential recruits, freelancers as it were. If you're interested, go speak to the counselor. The longer 𝐿 remains missing, the more distressed Counselor 𝐿 becomes. Counselor 𝐿 can be found at the Redoran kin house, and do hurry. He's ever so troubled by our failure to locate young 𝐿. If he finds that an outsider can succeed where the house guard has failed, so be it. I have no issue with Counselor 𝐿 seeking help. It's where he's decided to get that help that concerns me. House Redoran doesn't need outsiders to take care of its business. But who am I to question a house counselor?
Alright, so maybe we can knock that out after we get done with this mission for 𝐕vec here. What's this? This the same thing? Nope, this talks about the Mon. Okay. See, we got a lot of markers here. Okay, so let's just search anything in the area. They changed the layout of Balmora, so I guess I got to get used to this layout. But I'm guessing, I don't know which game came first, Morrowind or this, timeline-wise. So I'm assuming this is first. So that's probably why the layout looks different. It's like it's similar, but it's like it's missing a couple neighborhoods.
I love seeing new faces. For a while, it was just the same old miners and the occasional traveling merchant. Thought Caroline might have to shut this place down. Look at me talking your ears off. What can I get you? At first, I assumed it was the usual house squabbles. Redoran and Hlaalu arguments can get pretty heated. Then I thought maybe the Ashlanders were scaring people off. But after that proclamation... No, I'd rather not talk about that with a stranger. I like the color of your gold, Outlander. Just between us, I heard the House Guard shut down the 𝐥𝐿𝐤 mine. Something to do with violent cultists who attacked the miners and took over the place. Even got the crew chief, or so I heard.
Okay. Alright, so we probably got to go do that mine quest. Maybe the cultists have something to do with the mission they sent me on.
Please, if you just listen.
Take care of yourself, Father. You always were good at that.
Family squabbles.
I'm in need of a strong set of legs, traveler. And you look like one capable of protecting yourself. Will you aid an old mer in one last task? I have an obligation to my family, No, a duty of utmost importance. But I have grown too feeble to fulfill it. If you would take this memory stone to the few places of significance in my life, I will pay you well. It allows one to archive memories for future generations. I hope to do this for my children, who have grown estranged. Invoke my stone at the locations I've marked on your map, and the memories I wish to archive will manifest. I thank you for your aid.
Alright.
Fewer than ever.
Alright, we can knock that off eventually. Since he offered to straight up pay me, thank you. You know. I'm like, oh, will you do this out of the kindness of your heart? No. I need money or a substantial reward and or payment. That's what I'm looking for. I'm a mercenary. Not your family, not your friend. You got a job, pay me for it. And I'm guessing this is going to give us the quest to find the guy's daughter.
May I be of service?
Yes? Is there something I can do for you, Outlander? My daughter has been gone too long, and the house guard can't seem to find a wall in the corner. But why should I trust you with this task? Tell me, Outlander, how can you succeed when my forces continue to fail time and time again? An interesting insight. Perhaps you can find my daughter. Veya can handle herself, but the father worries, you understand? Anyway, I agree with your assessment. That's why I'm willing to bring in outside help on this. Veya fled after a family disagreement. She's run away before, but I'm concerned that she might have something more permanent in mind this time, and more dangerous. Veya knows how to evade the house guard, but as you said, she doesn't know you. Captain Briven oversees the house's attempt to locate my daughter. You should speak to him and see what his investigation has already turned up. He's probably patrolling the town square at this time of day. Briven's soldiers have been trying to get information out of Veya's friends. But those young men and women are almost as good at avoiding the house guard as my daughter.
Okay. Go ahead and talk to somebody else. Gotcha. I'm just gonna get some of these quests. I'm not gonna actually do them until we're done with Vivek's quest, or something like that. So I may do a couple story quests, and then once I get tired of doing that, do a couple side quests, things like that. So I know we're not planning on doing this one right now, but I'm just picking it up while I'm here. Like I said, I'm gonna try to stick to the main story quests. But even if I do change things up and decide to do side quests, I'm going to title the videos accordingly, so you guys know what's different from the side quest versus the main quest.
Do you make a habit of randomly accosting people while they fish?
As a matter of fact, I do.
I don't see how that's any of your business. I've nothing to say to my father or those his Telvanni master employs. Whatever this is about, it's no concern of mine. My father managed to leave me out of his life. He can leave me out of his problems, too. You want to talk? My sister Neria works the stables. She tolerates my father's business better than I do.
Okay. I could go talk to her and maybe level up my speed for my mount. Let's see. So she's here. Right down the road. Okay, other guy's down here too. Okay, two birds with one stone.
Not now, Outlander. If you need some sort of assistance, go find one of the house guard. You must be one of the freelancers the Counselor employed to supplement the duties of the house guard. Very well, I'll tell you what I know. Veya ran away. Again. I hope you can succeed when my troops have failed. If anything happens to Veya... I've known the Relith family since I was a child. Veya is like a sister to me, and I'll do everything in my power to get her home safe and sound. Even trust an outlander. We think her friends may know where she is, but they keep eluding us. Perhaps, as long as you don't get too close. They've been running notes of late. I think it has something to do with Veya, but the runners keep evading my guards. Look for a group meeting on the other side of town, and see if you can follow the note. When you find Veya's friends, remember to keep your distance. You just want to spot the note carrier and follow him to whoever's receiving these messages. That's the key to locating Veya. If you can't do it, don't worry. The house can handle it. Veya's a born warrior. Hard-headed, stubborn, a real pain in the ass. She can fight like an angry netch, though. I keep trying to get her to join the militia, and she always turns me down. That's not my tale to tell. If Councillor 𝐿 or his wife won't speak of the troubles his family has had to deal with in recent weeks, maybe you can ask Veya, if and when you find her.
Okay. All of the note. Where was the other chick here? Here we go.
Ow! Stupid dog.
What happened? Let me see. My, you look like a well-traveled individual. If you're looking to give your mount a well-deserved rest, you've come to the right place. We know how to pamper a loyal 𝐥𝐤 in Balmorra.
Technically, my mount doesn't need rest.
My father? Oh no, has he taken a fall? Or did he ask you to do something for him? He's been declining of late, and I'm afraid he's not entirely in his right mind. Oh, Mills. He was so young when Mother passed. I've tried to explain that Father had to work to keep a roof over our heads, but it's been difficult. I raised Mills myself while Father was away, which was often. He's never forgiven Father for that. Oh, yes. Father is well regarded among the Telvanni masters, even though he's never aspired to be one himself. Master 𝐥𝐤𝐤 trusts him implicitly, and if you know anything about the Telvanni, that's impressive on its own. They don't trust easily. I'm afraid I don't know. All he's been able to tell me is that part of his contract with Master 𝐥𝐤𝐤 forbids him from disclosing any of the Master's business, even to his own children. Whatever he's doing, I'm certain it's important.
Okay. Alright. Balmorra Valley. Spy on Veya's friends. Find the crew chief. Alright, so I'm guessing this is just having us go through all the different cities and stuff and do the major quest line that's really causing trouble. So if I remember right, the crew chief said there was a mine or something that he was trying to get into. Here we go. Let's go knock that out. And then when we get done that, before we turn that back in to Lord Vivek's guy, we can knock out these other quests in Balmorra.
You shouldn't be here. Didn't you read the House Redarin proclamation? I wouldn't be here myself, but some of my miners are still in there. Our mine was invaded by violent cultists. They showed up and just took the place over. My people are trapped. I'm no expert, but it looked like the cultists were preparing to conduct a ritual before the Ashlander interrupted them. Probably because I heard one of them say, "With this ritual we'll call forth a mystical weapon and attain the power of a god," or something along those lines. Look, I was just trying to get me and my miners out of there when the Ashlander showed up.
Alright.
Really? That's awfully brave of you. If you see any of my miners, tell them to get their arses out here. I'll wait as long as I can. Or until I hear screaming. Then I'll go to Balmora and try to find some help. Good luck.
Alright. Let's go clear out this mine. Okay, let's see if I can figure out what they're doing. Ooh, crafting motif. Probably give that to my friend who has a crafter. Item of great importance. Blah 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 blah. Whoa, dude, seriously. Alright, so alright, this way. Up, secret entranceway. Alright, bad guys. Look at this dude trying to sneak. Don't gotta sneak, bruh. Just run right by him. Alright. See where this leads to. Out the way, Kevin Wendelson. See where this goes. Okay, this leading me back outside. Don't tell me I ran into a circle and walked out. Because I might have got turned around and wasn't looking at the right marker. Because why would they have me come in the cave just to leave out, leave back out? Oh, son of a bitch. Okay. Alright, sorry about that, fellas. Alright, retrieve ritual items. Alright, so it's the one facing the east. I hate how the game does that sometimes. I wish this game had like a map that I can pull up on screen. Like the map they give you is fine. Like, this is fine, don't get me wrong, but I just want it on the screen while I'm able to move around and stuff like that, to make things easier. Like something similar to, let's say, like X-Men Legends or any other game that has like a mini map in the corner of the screen. Alright, let's drop this guy real quick. Okay, was that it? Alright, go talk to the crew chief. Oh no, what's that way? I don't have no marker that way, so just make sure that's the only marker I got in here. Alright, crew chief, what do you got to say, bruh?
Did you find what you were looking for in the mine? Of course. I perfectly understand. I think I'll wait a little longer and see if any of my miners were able to escape from the cultists. Good luck with your mission, whatever it is.
Alright, so I guess that was quick. Yeah, looks like this might be a long quest. Alright, let me go to one of the other ones here. Knock out this quest first and then we can go back to the other one. Investigate that. Where was the other one at? Oh, all the way over there. Okay, yeah, we're gonna save that one for last then. Alright, so it looks like we gotta cut through town and then go north. I would do the other one, you know, the side quest here first, but it looks like this quest may be long, because I'm gonna try to put this whole quest in this one video, so I don't want to split things up, because then it gets confusing if you're trying to follow it, you know? So we're just gonna do it this way. That way I can keep the video titles the same. I don't gotta do a lot of fancy editing. I can just, you know, upload it in one whole video. This video is probably gonna be like an hour long. And then I can call, you know, I can always come back and do the side quests later. Alright, am I going the right way? Yeah. Dude, put on some clothes. Up, world boss. Probably somebody over that ridge there. Maybe that's where this guy's going. Let me see if I can get there real quick. Maybe we can knock that out real quick. Let's see if anybody else is here. Nope. 2.7 mil. You want to take this, dude? I mean, could probably do it. This guy's level 21. Yeah, I say we do it. Let's go. Yeah, see, that third guy, if he was there from the beginning, like this boss would have been done. There we go. Warrior opponent town. Okay, so that's a set that I'm picking up. Alright, so it does improve my stuff. But this gives me more experience points to level up quicker, so let me do this for right now. Let me take out my because I've just been wearing the seducer stuff just for the experience benefits. So I know we've got a few things of that warrior poet's gear. That looks like that's actually not that bad too. I may have to get this and level this up. Get my friend to you know, to farm this here so he can get the stuff and then make me a set of this. That's not bad. I'm looking at all these health benefits, like you got 1,000 health there, 1,000 health at the bottom, spell resistance. It's like a good overall set. Like, doesn't give you magicka, but it's no. So, but if I can find like a purple set of that, I might have to farm for a purple set once we get up there, and I get to around 50. Let me see, what else did I got? Need another badass weapon. That's what I need. All right. Alright, let me go to the other place, since we kind of jumped off and did that. See if we can go to this, I don't know if it's going to be a temple or a shrine or whatever this is. This ruin area.